All right now, this girl is on fire. My God, all of my sisters who have spoken before me and our brother councilman, the senator that is here, the senator that is on his way, you know, we need more people in the elected ministry who give a shit. Can I get an amen? It takes courage, especially those of us who are or have been in that elected ministry, to stand up and to do what is right, even when it is inconvenient. We have to not only deliver the state of New York, but my God, we got to deliver the hometown, the home borough of Senator Bernie Sanders. So I'm supporting the senator because he has heart-soul agreement. His heart and his soul was in the right place as he stood up against segregation and racism at the University of Chicago. And he didn't need anybody to tell him that that was the right thing to do. It was in his heart and it was in his soul. He has been in this fight for a long time. He stood up for our gay, lesbian brothers and sisters when it wasn't popular. Now it's popular, so you got some elected folks who just got some religion. But he's been doing the right thing all along. My sisters and brothers, you can pull up any speech that he has ever given and you see honesty, integrity, and consistency. Let us not forget that Senator Sanders started this race at only 3% in the polls, and the last Bloomberg poll has him nationally beating Secretary Clinton. And so those people who believe that he's dreaming too big and reaching too high, that people who are poor or people who need help need to wait and let's do it incrementally. How many of you know that when folks are poor, they don't want to hear nothing about incremental, they want some help right now? But I'm going to say to you, sisters and brothers, that the cause is right and the time is now. So when Senator Sanders says that in the wealthiest nation on the face of the earth, we can afford to invest in colleges and universities so that our young people don't graduate with debt in one hand and a degree in the other, the cause is right and the time is now. So when folks say that Senator Sanders is promising too much and that you folks out there, especially you young folks, y'all don't know what y'all doing, you just standing up for somebody that you don't understand what's going on. Who said? Somebody said that's BS. Congresswoman Barbara Jordan once said, she said, what the people want is simple. They want an America as good as its promise, and that is what Senator Bernie Sanders is standing up for. That is what he is fighting for. And my God, in the United States of America, why can't we have universal health care as a right in this country? It is a moral imperative. We cannot leave 29 million of our sisters and brothers behind in this country, and even more folks who are underinsured. Killer Mike, how many of y'all know Killer Mike? We were talking one day because the other side is calling Senator Sanders a one-issue candidate. I said, Killer, how you feel about that? He said, oh yeah, he is a one-issue candidate, and his one issue is the American people. The cause is right, and the time is now. We gotta get out there and fight for him. It takes teamwork to make the dream work, and we are the team. We understand that we have a moral obligation to fight not only for ourselves today, but for generations yet unborn. This life, we will go through some stuff, but we cannot have a testimony without a test. And we are being tested today about whether or not we have courage enough, decency enough, commitment enough to do what is right in the face of adversity, to do what is right in the face of a status quo that refuses to address the needs of the people. This is real. We are talking about flesh and blood. Nobody aspires to be poor, but how many of you know that we don't all run the race at the same pace? That we are a nation that should stand in the gap for our sisters and our brothers when they fall down. Not a nation that spews hate, not a nation that says we'll get to that sometime in the future, but a nation that stands up for la-di-da-di and everybody. That is what Senator Sanders is running for. I'm going to tell you something. Everything that you believe in your heart about him, that kind of quicken that you get, those butterflies that you get, your heart skipping beats when you hear this man stand up for what is right and good and decent in this country in the face of adversity. He is who you think he is. He is. I believe that God the Father and Jesus the Son would support the type of candidate. He said, when I was hungry, did you feed me? When I was thirsty, did you give me drink? When I was in prison, did you come visit me? We have a candidate in the personification of Senator Bernie Sanders, who stands up against the status quo and says enough is enough, that this rigged economy, that this corrupt political system must stop crushing everyday people like you and me. He is not afraid to stand up for the working poor. He is not afraid to say that the middle class need strengthening. He is not afraid to say that racism and discrimination in this country must go, that we collectively, black, white, Hispanic, seasoned, young, gay, straight, Jew, Gentile, Buddhist, atheists, that we must all come together and